Thank you, Amy. As idea of beauty change, so does the way we express ourselves. Now, please welcome Kevin with his talk. Uncertainty, a starting point and the very thing that moves us forward.
Uncertainty, a starting point and the very thing that moves us forward. What's the worst question that someone can ask you? For me, it's not, why should we accept you? It's not even, what grades did you get? It's this. So, what do you want to do with your life? I freeze, my mind goes blank, my stomach tightens as I say, I don't know. And they will respond like, oh, okay buddy, never mind. But in that silence, I felt like I've already failed. Because somehow, without someone saying it directly, I learned that not knowing the answer is something to be ashamed of. That if you don't have the plan, you're falling behind. Now, let me offer you a different idea. Uncertainty isn't a weakness. It's an invisible force, and the very thing that pushes us forward. For me, I actually get good grades across a lot of subjects. It doesn't matter what you throw in my way, I'll figure it out for you. Not trying to flex, but here comes the irony. Whenever someone tells me to follow my dream, follow my passion, follow what I'm good at, it literally does nothing to me. I'm good at most things I try, therefore, most things interest me, which means nothing so specific makes me passionate about. I realized one day that suddenly everyone around me knows exactly what they'll be doing. Say John wants to be a doctor and studying for some kind of biology Olympiad. Frank is aiming to be a business and finance major in Hong Kong University. And then there's me. The feeling of being behind started to weigh on me. It became a voice in my head. You should have it all figured out like your peers. This actually led me to thinking about the term called identity foreclosure. It is a term in psychology first introduced by developmental psychologist James Marcia in 1966. It is when someone commits to identity too soon before ever exploring other possibilities. Say, you want to be a doctor, you want to be an engineer. This is who you are. It often looks like success and maturity to us, like having it all together. But really, that is just certainty without curiosity. A 2010 study from Colorado University showed that students who explored multiple academic paths before committing reported higher life satisfaction and career adaptability a decade later than those who chose early, even though this process took them longer. Now, thinking of my friends, I realized one thing, is that some of them just took the path of others. Some of them followed their parents. Some of them maybe just haven't explored yet. Suddenly, my uncertainty didn't feel like a problem anymore. It felt like protection. Protection against closing a door that I've never really looked behind yet. So the ultimate question comes. Why do we treat uncertainty like something to be solved? Well, the answer is clear. From the day we start school, we're trained for the correct answers. Tests reward correct answers and punish wrong ones. By the time we reach high school, I don't know becomes 3 words that we're ashamed to say. I don't know becomes 3 words we're ashamed to say. So for me, I was lost. I knew nothing. And I asked the teacher once actually on how do I choose? He didn't give me the typical follow your dream speech. Instead, he said something that was quite inspiring. He said this: the things that you are learning in your textbooks now are old. Say John Dalton, Leonard Euler, Isaac Newton. They're all more than 300 years old. If you really want to know what's exciting in this field, go look at what people at the forefront of the field are doing. Go look at what modern chemists, modern physicists, and modern mathematicians are investigating. And so I did. And to be honest with you, it looked nothing like what I expected. It was messy, unfinished, and full of questions yet to be answered. And that's when it clicked. Every scientist I read about in my textbooks, they all began with questions that no one could answer. Take Isaac Newton as an example. Gravity wasn't even a concept before that apple fell on his head and disturbed his lovely afternoon nap. But anyways, they all began in uncertainty, and they didn't let uncertainty stop them. They let it drove them. Every scientist, every architect, every artist who built something truly extraordinary, they all began with uncertainty. I'm in year 9, I'm 15 years old, and I've stopped pretending uncertainty to be a problem anymore. Because maybe the goal isn't to have it all figured out. Maybe the goal is to stay curious long enough to find a question that is truly worth pursuing. Now, uncertainty is the invisible force that pushes us in this process. It is not something to escape from, but it's something to use. Thank you.